How you doing, Trench?
I'm back.
Hi, in this video we're going to show you how Muhammad elevated Jesus and Mary, his mother, to the equal level of God in Islam, to the equal level of Allah. So Muhammad, when he was going to the Christians, he was always trying to reconcile with them, to befriend them and tell them, you know, Jesus and his mother are sinless. But we know that the Christians rejected him, and he started to call them all kind of names. But if we go to the Islamic sources, we can use all that we can find against the fake prophet of Islam, Muhammad, in a court of law. Watch. Now if we go to chapter 53, Surah An-Najm, ayah 3 and ayah 4, it says, وَمَا يَنْطِقُ عَنِ الْهَوَى إِنَّ هُوَ إِلَّا وَحْيٍ يُوحَى, meaning, and he, Muhammad, does not say anything by his own desire, it is but a divine revelation which is revealed to him. So in other words, when Muhammad speaks, when he opens his mouth, divine revelation comes from his mouth through Jibreel from Allah. So when Muhammad speaks, it's nothing but divine revelation from Allah. If we go to Sahih Muslim, hadith number 976b, we can read, Abu Hurairah reported, the Apostle of Allah visited the grave of his mother, and he wept and moved others around him to tears and said, I sought permission from my Lord Allah to beg forgiveness for her, but it was not granted to me. So as you see, Allah did not forgive the mother of Muhammad from her sins, and according to this hadith, Amina, the mother of Muhammad, the Prophet of Islam, she is now in hellfire. But the mother of Jesus, Mary, is without any sins. She is pure like her son, Jesus Christ. Now if we go to Quran chapter 47, ayah 19, we can read that Muhammad was a big time sinner. Let us read from Sahih International Translation. So know, O Muhammad, that there is no deity except Allah, and ask forgiveness for your sin. So we can conclude that Muhammad was a huge time sinner, a big time sinner. So when we go to the hadith, in this case Sahih Muslim, hadith number 2659a, again Sahih Muslim, hadith number 2659a, when Muhammad speaks, remember, it's nothing but divine revelation. So let us read the hadith. Abu Hurairah reported Allah's messengers as saying, the mother of every person gives him birth according to his true nature. It is subsequently his parents who make him a Jew or a Christian or a Magian. Had his parents been Muslim, he would have also remained a Muslim. Every person to whom his mother gives birth has two aspects of his life. When his mother gives birth, Satan strikes him, including Muhammad, but it was not the case with Mary and her son Jesus Christ. So do you see, according to Muhammad, according to the Prophet of Islam, Satan did not strike and touch Mary and her son Jesus Christ. But Satan did touch the mother of Muhammad and her son Muhammad. So Muhammad was touched by Satan, except Jesus and his mother Mary. And if we go to Sahih al-Bukhari, hadith number 3286, again, Sahih al-Bukhari, hadith number 3286, we can read, narrated Abu Hurairah, the Prophet said, so again, when Muhammad speaks, it's nothing but divine revelation coming from his mouth. When any human being is born, Satan touches him at both sides of the body with his two fingers, except Jesus, the son of Mary, whom Satan tried to touch but failed. For Satan, he touched the placenta cover instead. So again, Muhammad confirming that Satan did not touch Jesus, the son of Mary. So Muhammad is confirming that Satan failed to touch Jesus. What does that make Jesus in Islam? What does that make Mary in Islam, who is also not touched according to the last hadith as we mentioned? So here Muhammad elevated Jesus and Mary to the status of God, because only God is without any sins. So Muslims, if we continue reading in the Quran, we can read in Surah Maryam, chapter 19, ayah 19, we can read, I am the messenger of your Lord, the Spirit says. He replied, and have come to give you a pure boy. So the Spirit of Allah came to Maryam to tell her that she will get a pure boy without any sins. So the Spirit of Allah came to visit Maryam to give her a pure boy without any sins, i.e. Jesus Christ. Now if you continue reading in chapter 3, Surah Ali Imran, ayah 42, we can read, Inna Allah tahharaki. That means, O Maryam, indeed Allah has purified you. Meaning, Maryam did not have any sins. Allah made her free from any sins. So what does that make Mary in Islam? What does it make Jesus in Islam? If Allah is supposedly the only one without sins, that means Mary and Jesus in Islam are without sins. They are on the equal position, on the equal divine level of Allah. Both are like Allah without any sins. And to make it even worse for Muhammad, the Prophet of Islam, who created a disaster, elevating Jesus and his mother Mary to the same level of Allah, the divine equality and level of Allah. Surah An-Nahl, the bees, ayah 61, we can read, were Allah to take people to task for their wrongdoing, He, Allah, would not have spared even a single living creature on the face of the earth. So here Allah is explaining that if He wanted to wipe everybody from the face of the earth, He would have not left any living creature, including Muhammad, including all the people except Jesus and his mother Maryam, because they had no wrongdoing. Remember, we showed you from the most trusted sources that Jesus and Mary had no wrongdoing. They were without any sins. So here, Muhammad shot himself in the feet when he created this ayah, when he fabricated chapter 16, ayah 61, proving that Jesus and Maryam are not mere beings. They are on the same level with Allah. So do you see how Muhammad created a huge disaster for all the Muslims, elevating Jesus and his mother Maryam to the same equal divine level, to the same equal divine status of Allah? Because Allah is crystal clear here. He would have wiped everybody for their wrongdoing from the face of the earth, except Jesus and his mother. So do you see how Muhammad created a disaster in chapter 16, ayah 61? So, in other words, according to chapter 16, ayah 61, Allah would have killed everyone, wiped them out of the face of the earth, including Muhammad, except Jesus and his mother Mary, because only those two persons are without any wrongdoings, without any sins. And today we prove that from Sahih Muslim, from Sahih Bukhari and the Quran, that both Jesus and his mother Mary are without any sins because Satan failed to touch them. Do you see how Muhammad elevated Jesus and his mother Mary on the same level of Allah, the same divine status of Allah? Because remember, Allah is without any sins. And so are Jesus and his mother Mary.